Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
All right, enough cringe. Let's talk Little Mermaid, guys. This has been a pretty polarizing topic when it comes to movies that are coming out. And I think from the first moment that I got a glimpse at the live action Little Mermaid, I was like, wow. This is literally like a magnet, a lightning rod for criticism. All obvious feedback aside, we all know the controversy with the race swap and all that. To be completely honest, I have no problem with race swaps in certain situations. For example, if the best actor or actress for the role happens to be a different race, by all means, cast the best actor that auditioned for that role. But if you're only checking a box and race swapping just to fit a woke agenda, then that's where I have the problem with. All right? If it's purposely made to be race swapped, that's where the difference is. But Eric, either way, it's a race. No, if a whole bunch of people of different races audition for a role, whoever's the best person for that job, whoever bangs, the audition and just freaking owns it, should get the job. All right? So, yeah, many see these live action remakes, the last few of them, they see them as soulless Disney cash cows, right? Where Disney's taking the easy route and knowing that they could just suck up all this easy, evil Mickey Mouse money. And I think this one looks bad. All right. Oh, Eric, it's a movie for little girls. Nah, yeah, it's a classic. All right. When the first Little Mermaid came out, I think I wasn't even in kindergarten yet. Okay. Disney is something that I grew up with. I think this movie has terrible looking CGI. I think the aesthetic just seems a little too dark and muted compared to the colorful aesthetics that we would see in the original animated with, like, the under the sea sequence where it's colorful. There's lots of reds, blues, greens. I think the most disgusting thing, though, is the identity politics that are clearly being shown in display here, particularly to the casting of Halle Bailey. I always want to say Halle Berry. I always want to say that, but it's Bailey. She's Ariel, right? And I guess that's the biggest commotion. And there's a lot of changes made to this to fit a modern feminist agenda. For example, they want to move away from the whole, she literally wants to leave the sea to be with a man. We can't have he loves her, she loves him type of stories anymore. It has to have some kind of identity politics behind it. Now, people have made it known that they don't want this. The video, the trailer, has had so many dislikes. It's literally gotten dislike bombed everywhere that there's a possible way to review it or leave an opinion about it. And people that are defenders of Little Mermaid tend to go, oh, well, if you don't like it, that just means you're racist automatically, right? Because the tolerant left are actually the most intolerant when it comes to people having opinion or individual thought. And if you have a disagreement with the film's direction, you're told to get over it, you racist troll, so to speak. Now, just recently, Halle Bailey, I always mess her name up, practically had a meltdown in an interview. I'm going to take a look at this quick article. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but apparently after an experience that she had, she doesn't want unprepared interviews after a disgusting international experience. So she went essentially on a international tour to promote the movie, and this was in Mexico. This was a interview she had in Mexico to promote the movie, and that there was a specific question that was made to her. The interview said this, according to this article, says, "Hey, Holly, you know what? I know there's a lot of things out there about this movie, but nobody was looking at the color of your skin. We were all looking into your eyes as you sang these incredible songs, and I just want you to know what a good job you did." So somehow, and that was kind of like a little paraphrase, so to speak, somehow she took offense to this. Not entirely sure why, but maybe it's because the idea of identity politics means a lot to her. A lot of people, especially in the woke culture, need a label placed on them. You know, she can't just be a great actor who sang bangers in this and killed it as Ariel. No, she has to be acknowledged as a black Ariel. She has to have that label on top of it, like the black Ariel. All right. I get it. Whatever makes you feel better about yourself and makes you feel like you're contributing to inclusivity and all that. In my opinion, I don't think that was exactly a tasteless comment. In Mexico, sure, you know, I guess racism for African Americans isn't as prevalent in Mexico, obviously, as it is in the United States. But I don't think the interviewer meant any harm with what he said when he said nobody's paying attention to the color of your skin. They're more in awe about how great of a performance you're having. Like, he gave her a legitimate, beautiful compliment that absolutely had nothing to do with her race. If anything, that spoke mere volumes, because you shouldn't have to base somebody's performance or somebody's character or somebody's role in the story because of the color of their skin. It's like these people don't want racism, but they sure as fuck want to wear that label of whatever gender they are. And as a Mexican, I see that a lot with Latin Americans, Hispanics, Mexicans, whatever. They always want to have this, oh, we're brown and proud and Mexican proud, Viva la Raza type of stuff. But then they're the first ones to get offended when people throw that card at them that aren't that race. It doesn't make sense. If somebody told me, Eric, you're a fantastic actor, nobody, you know, was paying attention whether you're Latin or not, you knocked it out of the fucking park because you made us believe the role, I would take that as like a, holy crap, thank you. Because I wouldn't want to be, as an actor, labeled as stuck, you know, where my race was. I don't want that to be the first thing that draws attention to where my performance is at. And most aspiring actors, I believe, would not want that either. They would want to just be like, okay, cool, I knocked it out of the park. Me being African American or Chinese or Hispanic is the furthest thing that matters to my performance. So I think it's telling that she doesn't want unprepared interviews because she needs a shield. She needs a safe space. I think that's fucking ridiculous and awfully snowflake of her, to be completely honest. It's almost like she needs protected interview questions. Like maybe she wants them to be fielded ahead of time. I think that's what I hear when I hear unprepared. A prepared interview is something where they know what's going to be asked and said ahead of time. It's more like a safe thing that you see with a lot of people in the media. I think if you go back and you look, I know there's video of this and stuff. She looks discomforted just from that simple compliment. I don't understand how she took it wrong, but this doesn't help the backlash at all, and I just wanted to give my thoughts about it. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll see you on the next one.